I'm Igor, I'm the co-founder of JollyDeck, and I'd just like to welcome you to a step-by-step walkthrough guide of JollyDeck Create. Okay, we like to think of JollyDeck Create as an easy-to-use authoring suite for creating engaging e-learning. For the past 2 years now, we've been heavily investing into AI-powered features, which we collectively call the AI Copilot. Hopefully, the AI Copilot helps you create e-learning faster than ever before. Now I'm already logged in, and as a first-time user, I come to the first page, which we call the dashboard. And on the dashboard, I have an overview of all the learning that I've created. And if I have the LMS function switched on as well, published in the system. Now, clearly, I've got a big fat 0 at both of these, so we need to create some content. Even from the dashboard, there are 2 huge buttons screaming at me, create some content, right? But generally, the content creation happens in the content editor. So let me click the content editor, where there will be a list of all your content once we start with the first one. I'm gonna create my first content. And now we are in the 4 modes of building content in JollyDeck. Let me quickly walk you through them before we select one of them. First one is the classical one, starts from scratch, but powered by dozens of professionally designed slides that you can choose from to get you started, or even start with the AI Copilot, which I'm gonna explain a little bit later on. The second option is build from existing, which allows you to use one of our e-learning showcases that revolve around common workplace topics, and you can use these as a baseline for your project. Okay, option number 3 is AI Copilot. You upload a PowerPoint file and the AI automatically converts the PowerPoint file into an e-learning course. Now on the paid versions, the limitation is 100 slides, and on the free version it's still 30 slides, which is quite a lot. And then the fourth option is to build a question bank, which you publish as a test or a quiz. Now there's 2 ways of going about that. Either you write the questions manually, or you generate the questions with the help of AI Copilot. Okay. Let's look at the first option. In the building from scratch, first, can you take a look at the color schemes? There are 7 color schemes out of the box, 8 even, with Forest Mocha coming not long ago. You essentially can filter through all the available slides and simply pick the ones that you like. In the bottom row, you've got an overview, so you can unselect them. Right. Once you confirm your selection, you will be moved into the designer. So on the design tab, you will have an overview of all the slides, but rather than starting from a lorem ipsum type of content, let's go back to the content list. Hit right click on the new content, delete it, and pick one of our showcases instead. So I'm gonna go to build from existing, and then let's choose the onboarding training. A very common topic. I will use this one as a template. Before I head to the designer, I have the option to choose my favorite color scheme. I kind of like orange, so let me go with this one, Orange Pico. I confirm. Wait a couple of seconds for the content to load, and I'm ready to start editing. So, interactive elements. I'm not gonna sing too many praises to interactivity. We all know how important it is, how well it is received usually by the learners, so let's dig straight into it. To add an interactive element to JollyDeck, you can use two routes. One is to add it manually, so you click add an element, and let's say we want to choose to add a question. There are in total 15 different question types, and all of them have a preview mode. You can test them to see how the user interface behaves before heading into the editing part. Okay, you've got such with images included. You can fill in the blanks. There is many of them. Right, I want to show you the other way, which is the AI powered way. So you can choose the AI Copilot and instruct it to assist you with generating an interactive question. I hit generate an interactive question, and there are currently 3 question types supported by the AI. I'm gonna pick the multiple choice. By selecting the question type that I want to add, the AI Copilot automatically generates 2 types of questions. This one seems a bit lengthy. I'm gonna pick the shorter one. Gonna use the version 2. And now, of course, I can edit the question in the right hand column. What is important to note is that the explanation after the answer, which can also be forked based on which answer the learner provides or selects when answering the question, is also written by the AI Copilot. Right? We can change the design, we can play around with the question, but the question is already in there. Now the question was added as the last row of the slide. If I want to move it, don't forget this is a drag and drop editor. I simply click, take it and move it to the appropriate position. Don't forget to save the changes. And I think that's enough about the interactivity. Let's move to the next stage. Okay, we finished up by inserting a multiple choice question with the help of the AI Copilot, but that's not all that the AI Copilot can do for us. The most obvious thing it can do is help us with the copy. I click on the element of text and click the button Rewrite with Copilot. Immediately I'm presented with a number of preset prompts, including a custom prompt. Let's say I want to shorten this a little bit. Now, the way this is implemented, you actually get offered 3 versions that you can pick and choose from. So I could take this text, copy it, and bring it over to the other version, just as a demonstration. Okay. Or I can double click, inline edit, what I feel is important to me, right? And select this version. The other thing it can do is help us with the selection of the images. Let's say I want to replace the image very quickly. The Copilot will search for the most appropriate search queries through which it will filter the results from the Unsplash photo gallery. Now, nothing prevents you from going in and doing some amendments, for example, or changing the query entirely. But the point is, the Seamless AI helps you with getting to a desired image quicker. Okay, let's get to some more complex redesigns. Let me just very quickly change this one. I'm gonna replace the image, upload JollyDeck image. There we go. Save it real quick, and let me redesign this slide with the Copilot. It's intentionally left kind of, not too heavy, since it's the last slide of the course. But just for the sake of our exercise, we can redesign this slide. There are two options being presented: rewrite and redesign, or redesign only. Let's say I wanted to play around with the copy a little bit too. Now, while the rewrite and the redesign is going on, in the background, I want to choose some images that might be appropriate for my new slide. We're an IT vendor after all. And now the AI Copilot will suggest 3 distinct designs of this reimagined slide. What is important to know is, whichever slide I choose, I can still replace any design of any particular row. Right? When I hit confirm, a copy of the slide will be created rather than replacing the old slide. When I'm comparing them, if the other one looks fine, I can keep it. Maybe. I'm not really convinced. Not bad, not great either. Let's say it's good enough, right? I will quickly change. I will delete the old slide. You can't go back from it, so you need to confirm. And then I will save my changes and I'm done. Right. Update the slide title, of course. Okay, let's say we're done with the course, right? One more cool thing that we can do with the AI Copilot is generate a question bank. So I again go to the Copilot and instruct it to generate a question bank. In order to save time, we're just gonna build 5 questions. You've seen the types before. It's the 3 types that we support at the moment, and the question bank is being generated. Shouldn't take too long. This function is quite quick. It's gonna open in the new window. And there are 2 true, false and 3 multiple choice questions created. Now, of course, you can discard, you can edit, you can do whatever you like. It's still full editing capability on your end, but it's a pretty cool way to get into a draft of your question bank for any content that you plan to build. This is the final stage of our walkthrough guide of JollyDeck Create. I might have missed something, but don't be alarmed. You can always find it in the JollyDeck Academy. So simply go to jollydeck.com, click the Academy button, and you will find all the resources that you need to create engaging e-learning in JollyDeck. Most importantly, if you have a question or a comment or just want to talk to us about JollyDeck, drop us a note and we'll come back. That's a promise. Try to get started. You can get started for free. We've got a free forever plan. We've got pricing that is transparent and available for everyone. You can purchase it on a monthly plan, rolling. We support credit cards. Hope you like it. Let us know.